Hello.
Hey! 151. Direct. You guys recognize that? My daughter, Devin Siobhan, did that for me when she was in, I don't know, junior high, high school. Brian Hyden did the artwork for it. And we just want to feature that today. All right. Get in the camera. Come in. Come in. Anyway, thanks for hanging in with us as we continue to do some encore performances. Yeah. What do you have to say, Mr. Spin?
Next.
Next. All right. Well, enjoy the show.
Hey!
83.
Wow.
Hey, man.
We got a special guest here today.
Hey.
Mr. Michael Gregory for 83.
Mike Gregory, man.
I
The
think
man.
that calls for a celebration.
This is
ale.
quite an occasion. So hey, wait a minute. Oh, what are you doing? You're
Oh,
doing that?
well, no, I don't want to be left out.
I'm doing the Chris special here, Michael. Would you like one?
Michael, would you like one?
It's a real
And
occasion.
I'll take one. Mike, would you like one?
It's late for trick or treat, but
It's
you're
that.
welcome.
Yeah. It's Chris Harrelson's famous trick or treat box.
Famous trick or treat
bucket
bucket.
and the fireball bucket of fireball.
Here's the fire in your eye. Clink.
Brought to you by
Everyone unscrew,
Unscrew,
Clink.
lift,
lift, separate,
My lips.
sip.
Tastes like a red hot.
Man, that's smooth.
Man, that formaldehyde never
I
tasted
know. I
better
heard there
than
was
it.
formaldehyde in
Doesn't
that.
matter.
Stuff is. They're embalming you on. They already got you
we're
on the way.
pre-embalmed.
Coming and going.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I want some music, but
Well, we're gonna feature some music from this show.
Yeah,
from
this is the what did we call this?
The milk boat.
The milk boat.
the Milk Boat Show. All right, let's try some.
All right, so yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Silver spoon in her hand, to the fat of the foreign land, steal the dreams off the back of the common man. Ooh, she's a climber to time to stone mine, heart of steel. She'll take for granted everything you feel. Fake love with you tonight and tomorrow. Say that was yesterday. Ooh, she's a taker. She's a faker too. I couldn't buy what she had in store.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's great to have Mike in the studio.
Hey.
Dude,
Well, just
Mike,
a little bit of background. So some of you will remember Michael Gregory from our illustrious set at Cornerstone in, I believe it was 1998.
7.
Was it 97? Yes, sir. We brought a big band. We'd been playing with a big group here in town, which was the 77s augmented by Michael, Kerry Avery on percussion, Pete Lehman, I think, on sax.
yeah.
And I'm not sure whether Scott
He was Scott, yeah.
played with us or not, but eventually we just scaled that group down, brought it to Cornerstone, and did the Boat Ashore album and a bunch of other tunes. We did a Milk Boat show there, and I was told it was one of the more notoriously loved shows over the years because they didn't usually see a big group like that did that kind of music. So it was unique.
Yeah.
But Michael, we've known you. You've been around, it seems like forever. I remember you coming to see us when you were awfully young.
I remember seeing you in the Scratch Band
Wow.
with Mark Proctor.
So we're talking 40 years.
Mark
and,
Proctor.
Sharon and yeah.
Yeah, those names have been coming up a lot recently. We've been kind of
Jan
going
Eric.
all the way back to our original members and doing little interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
So you were part of
in on
a
this when
thing
you're
called the Steve Carl Band.
Yeah.
Now, where did that originate? Who was in it, and what was it about?
I had met Steve Carl when I was playing in a Christian rock band called Michael the Archangel Band. And Steve was involved with a ministry that had a little coffee house over by the Carmichael DMV, like Fair Oaks and North Avenue. And he and I became fast friends. That band went and did a Youth for Christ tour of Holland in 1980. Then we came back and Steve joined the band. Then the band broke up after about a year and he formed his own. He was like you, he's always writing. And so we started that band. And in 83, I want to say, I went down to Whitefield Maranatha Studios and Terry Taylor produced an album for the band.
For the band, really? So
Wow,
did that come out
crazy.
on what label was it?
They released it. His family bankrolled it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had their own
So it
label.
was a custom thing.
Yeah, and Terry Taylor produced, Jerry Chamberlain, Randy Stonehill, Ed McTaggart, Bo McDougall, a bunch of the
Were they all
usual
on it?
suspects were all on it.
So is this
yeah.
kind of a legendary record that's only known by a few, or did it get around very much?
Yeah.
Is it out anymore? Is it on a
No,
CD? Where you can get it?
I've got MP3s. That's all I've got left at this point. As Ian Samuel used to say, some records are released and other records escape. This one
Ian
escaped.
Samuel.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to tell us more about that on the next break.
Yeah.
But I wanted to hear that for myself because that's a real interesting piece of history. Anyway, we made Michael learn all these hard songs for this show and for our show back in 97.
7.
So here he is now, how many years later, learning them all again.
Gladly. I'm very glad to be here. Like I told you when we were preparing for this, that both the Safe as Milk and the Boat Ashore CDs, I was in Nashville for 20 years. For like 8-10 of those years, both those CDs were in my car and were played regularly.
Well, that's cool.
You know, the writing, the playing, production, everything just top shelf to me on those.
Well, coming from you, I mean, I don't know too many guitar players I don't know any guitar player better than Michael Gregory.
Oh, man.
As far as, technical skill and just versatility, it's like, it's like I just sort of get out of the way, but we love playing together. We play well together.
Yes.
It's fun. So we're going to take
Everybody
this
knows.
one.
Everybody knows.
Everybody
It's
knows.
a thing.
Yeah.
And we've asked ourselves, why?
Why
did
hasn't
we
he
wait
been
so long?
Yeah.
Because
I'm-
he lives literally.
The irony is,
6
yeah,
streets
6
over
blocks
from here.
away from here.
Well, let's hope this isn't the last time because
Well,
we're
I
getting
know.
very spoiled tonight. All right, so Michael played the mandolin solo on the original recording of this from the Boat Ashore, another Bruce Spencer composition called Blue. all over. 1, 2, 3.
I'm blue all over, blue is what I'm feeling without you. The moon, the sea, the sky, they ask me why. I walk alone, I'm talking to myself, I'm not myself, I'm cold. I'm ice cold, frozen blue. 'Cause there's no you, no. I'm feeling what I'm feeling, 'cause I'm reeling in the catch. I caught the cold outside the fold, I stand a lonely man. I feel the love I'm giving up, I chased it long, I held it strong. I slipped and tripped, stumbled, fell, it's swelling up, it's hell. So could it be the only one I ever loved was me? I wouldn't pay the price, the sacrifice was dear. I feared, I cowered, I ran. I thought the plan could save me, but I lost the cause, the point, the self-made man. She held the key to me, I knew it then. I was not free to be the one I knew. I was inside, I had to hide. And when she left, I could not disconnect. The talk went on the phone, infection spread, the bad connection that we had. I'm needing you, I know it shows, it's all over my face. Disgrace, where without a trace, a place to call my own. And so the color blue is what I wear without you. I can't believe you leave, the blues all over me.
That's great.
Whew.
Nicely done, Mike.
Man, that's a mouthful of words, man.
And to play that guitar part too, that's
Well, you had done that thing on the Mando, right?
Yeah.
Or was that the Mando part?
it was on the Mando.
and
Yeah.
and then
You brought the Mando and you didn't play the Mando.
no, but then the end. I remember we loved. Mike had like what your 335 or something,
Yeah.
and he was doing these like Jerry Garcia
Beautiful.
licks, and we loved it so much we saved a piece of it. Like other solos, we just ran a little bit of it again.
Oh, really?
later in the record.
It was kind of a bonus thing at the end.
We're just like, that solo was too good. The outtake was too good. We have to just throw the outtake on.
Oh,
Well, I
man.
used to call it the Alma Llanera. Remember that? That's a famous Mexican folk song.
Yeah.
But the phrase is actually a heavy, soulful, spiritual phrase. It means the heart and soul of the plainsman. So you picture the guy, you know, the caballero out on the field, you know.
Yeah.
And I played it. I was on an airplane, and I was sitting next to Latino man who was very much into these things. You know, he was giving me pieces of ginseng root to chew. You know,
Okay.
he was proud. You know, and I said, I want you to hear this. And I said, my partner and I have been talking about this alma llanera as an idea. He goes, oh, that's heavy thing, you know. And I played it for him. He was just entranced by it. He says, I think you got it. You know, we just
High
couldn't get
praise.
enough of it. And it was just one of those great moments, of course, Bruce, you know.
Yeah.
He
Wow.
comes up with these things. I don't know how he comes up with them, but
Beautiful.
it's a beautiful piece.
It's a
Yeah,
pleasure. It's a
that's-
privilege. It's a
that
privilege.
song
It's a great
has
honor.
Atmosphere.
Yeah, and it really-
That
oh,
song has atmosphere for sure.
man, yeah, man. It was a kick.
All right. Well, let's try something from
yeah.
the Safe as Milk album. We've done this a few times.
You
But-
sure you want to do this? You
don't wanna do
Let's
it?
do gold.
Oh, you want to skip?
'cause
All right,
this
we'll
is-
skip it.
Yeah, this has a almost. It's almost kindred.
It's too similar.
It's spiritually. It's a
Too
twin.
close.
It's a spiritual twin.
All right. Well, then when we run out of songs at the end, we're going to bring this.
All right, that sounds good.
Well, see, I have this all thing as a capo sort of. It's a capo journey.
Oh,
So could you handle this, maybe?
yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Okay. Speaking of airplanes. Bruce had all this music, all the licks, all the riffs, the chords, all these things. And I knew this was an important song. I knew that this had to be great, you know. I mean, some of these songs I just couldn't come up with too many good ideas. We were writing them while we were recording them and stuff. But this one came to me on an airplane, another airplane song, flying to LAX, and I was getting the whole thing within like a 15-minute moment, descending. You know, that landing into LAX.
Were
is
you
always
talking
kinda
to like
strange.
a real weathered old seaman?
No, I was just.
Well, no, I mean because it's about the boat and all that, about the
I
sea.
don't know. I don't know how all that came about. All I know is that it all came to me in a flash.
Ahab kind of character.
Yeah. Well, all I know is that this is one of the good ones.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
And this is the one that has the answering machine introduction.
Yeah, but we're gonna skip that.
Okay.
Woke up in the morning and it felt like the black of night. Tumbled out of bed, tripped on my Bible, stumbled over the light. Blinded by the break of day, I shut my eyes, I was alone. Couldn't say my prayers, good God Almighty, where's my telephone? Now I know what you meant when you told me you wanted to hold me and hold me. Take my hand and hold me forever. Walk this land with hold me and never. I'll be there, don't tell me ever. Forever, let me go. Yeah. No, I did not know, I didn't understand the plan you had for me. And it isn't that I don't believe, I do believe that you truly love me. Yeah, but how do I reciprocate when I know there's nothing good in me? Say it so, say it so, say it till I will hear it when you say don't fear it, let go. I know you like never before. You waited for me, now I know. Now I know. Now I know. I know you waited for me, now I know.
Yeah. Oh, it's righteous, brother.
Experts in the house.
Trying to do
here.
my best Mike Rowe here.
Man, beautiful.
I'm
man.
hearing Joni Mitchell in there, and I don't know why, but I feel like she's in this. David Crosby's definitely in it.
Absolutely.
They're kindred spirits. We were talking earlier about how you were wondering why you haven't been so much in that modal kind of composition as much as you were, say, in the 90s recently, you know. And I suggested it was that keyboard you were using to write, but maybe it was you were listening to different things then. I don't know. But there was a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was more. It was like it was a creative space, and I wasn't worried about what a guitar player would play. And I think I've become more experienced going, oh, well, that, you know, oh, well, you can't play that note because that's, you know, the guitar player's not really going to be able to finger that right.
I
You
don't know
what I
if
mean?
you remember when you were living right over by the Tower Theater,
Yeah.
that little place there, and you had that keyboard he's talking about. And
Which I still have.
Yeah, what is
And
the name of that keyboard?
That's the
It's unique.
General Music.
General Music.
Music.
Yeah, S2 or something like that.
and you go, here, check this out. And you played me like 5 different things you were working on at the time. And they were all really brilliant, really different, really unique sounding. Yeah, you were definitely in a zone.
You should see the zone that's in the other room. It's like 300 plus compositions.
Well, some of those were written when you were on tour with Winona. Were you getting a lot of ideas out on the road?
I've always been in it, man. You know, I just can't play guitar, so I am always thinking
but you're
of things
thinking
that are
like,
guitar things. But I, you know, as a guitar player, like when you turned me on to the David Crosby stuff, you know, you turned me on to like really understanding what was happening with Paul Simon, or, you know, these guys. Watching you play made me understand, you know, like the complexity of tuning things or capoing things or just doing a lot of that kind of stuff, going, oh, you can't just, you know, a guitar player's not like a keyboard. You can't just play any note and have it ring out, you know.
It's,
you know,
yeah, particular instrument to write for, that's for sure.
Well, it's funny because, you know, I did that Safe as Milk record with Mark. And then you had all that stuff and you were playing me these things and I was becoming completely enchanted with all those things in your keyboard. So at some point it became obvious we were going to have to do a record. Now it's going to be the Mike and Bruce thing, whatever you're going to do. Yeah. And then once I got that far in it, I realized, oh my gosh, all these beautiful things you've composed on that keyboard, I'm going to have to find a way to voice.
Yeah.
And
it's amazing.
It's amazing I was able to do it because once I analyzed it, they're not as unplayable as they may seem. You just have to go get them.
Yeah, you just have to know there's like a specific, like,
yeah, there's a few
we'll get
weird,
it on another one.
There's a few weird tunings, but overall, I mean, it wasn't, it was challenging, but it wasn't impossible. They are a little bit hard to play, but they're worth the effort. So
yeah, you just used to complain a lot, and then you realized how good you actually are.
Well, on that note, here's one that I wrote on a keyboard, which I do not play. And then one, I did it to myself. It's like now I have to come up with a way to play it on guitar.
And collectively, everybody truly bows down to this, man.
So here's one of our favorites now. It's from Safe as Milk. Let's see.
Open up your eyes, it's a smile. Make a funny face, smile a while for me in you. I love the way you do. da 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 da. Whoa, da 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 da. Your honey hair drips from your hide, cold and sweet for me. Oh, oh, it's funny when you come alive, everyone feels free. So open up your eyes, it's a smile, make a funny face, smile a while for me. It's true, I still believe in you. I still believe in you. I still believe in you. I still believe.
So that
Chamber
was a total
music.
XTC Rundgren thing.
Yeah, it's all there. I mean,
I always thought of it as kind of a Beach Boys-y, well, Beatles thing.
yeah, I
but-
was thinking
but,
of Brian Wilson a little bit, Paul McCartney, definitely. You know, I try not to overthink it, because if you do that, then it starts to wear everything on its sleeve. I just wanted this to have a kind of a sweet, whimsical.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. So
I was going later, so you don't look like, you know.
You're as old as you are. No, but see, that they all got it from the same place.
I know, but I'm saying we all had the same contemporaries.
So this is kind of, this is sort of the, we have these discussions, you know, before, during, and after the show, where the musical influences, I mean, that's all Michael and I talked about when we were getting set up here, was just, you know, who played what on what, and then how much did that lead to this. It just never ends. It never ends. So
Bottomless.
with that in mind, we're going to do yet another Bruce Spencer composition that I am told by him that he wrote for Winona Judd when he was touring with her as her tour drummer. Or at least you had hoped, you know, it wasn't a song yet, but you did have the whole track. Can you elaborate on that a little
No,
bit?
well, actually, no. This was one of the country tunes I was writing, but actually, it was another song that.
Oh, it was a different
yeah,
one.
Yeah, she was going to do on her record actually, but they pulled it at the last minute.
You know, we've had a few of those. I don't want to
Near
go down the
misses.
list,
Yeah,
but
that's the whole point. That's
You
what
know,
most. That's actually what most of all
that's
this
what,
is.
well, that's most of what happens to most songwriters.
Always a bridesmaid.
When you consider how many songwriters, you know, that have big hit albums, how many people are vying for that spot, and some of the heavy hitters get in there, and then at the last minute, man, they just, you know, mercilessly cut it for something else.
When I was in Nashville those 20 years, I tell people, I said, the only line in town longer than the guitar player line is the songwriter line. It's everybody's. It's like every waiter in Hollywood's an actor, and every person
waiter in Nashville is a
Nashville's
songwriter.
Well, it is weird when you go into like a bar or a place where, you know, all the table hoppers aren't, you know, local yokels. They're like song pluggers, publishers, writers. They're coming around, chatting you up, thinking that, you know, oh, this guy's about to record, or, you know, maybe I can get in there.
It's like, would you like pepper jack with that burger, or can I possibly introduce you to this
The song I just
this
wrote.
great song? I think it'd really plug into the
Would you like
20
cheese with
20 to
that?
35. Yeah, 20. Yeah. Do you like mayo and that with that cheese?
Well, anyway, under the heavy scepter of Winona, I felt like, okay, this is a big hit. This has to be a great country tune. I don't know if it's a great country tune, but I sure do like it. It's
love
called Love Like Gold 2.
right way to be my way again. I've had the best, but this time less is more. Never should have made you my reason to live. 'Cause you killed me, baby, when you walked out that door. I'm losing interest in your shady, lonely love. The only saving grace is the good Lord above. Yeah, really wanna know what it feels like to have it all. A precious love, love like gold. They said I wanna know what it feels like. The real thing, love like gold. I thought our love was higher than high till we crashed and burned. Yeah, it burned so high. Guess we didn't have the wings it takes to fly high. In the matters of the heart, we fell hard. Well, our broken wings have a compliment, and a broken heart learn to love again. Yeah, said I wanna know what it feels like to have it all. Oh, precious love, love like gold. I said I wanna know what it feels like. The real thing, love like gold. I want the kind of gold to keep for myself. I want the kind that I can give to someone else. Yeah, really wanna know what it feels like to have the whole, the real deal, oh, love that's real. I really wanna know what it feels like, the real thing. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said I wanna know what it feels like to have it all, the real thing, a golden ring. I said I wanna know what it feels like, the precious love, love like gold, a real love. Oh, precious thing. Yeah, yeah. Oh, golden ring. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love like gold. Love like gold. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love like gold.
That's some stellar picking there.
Man.
Again, trying to do my best Mike Rowe.
Well, golly jeepers. I mean, that's just, that's how much of that chicken picking, I mean, you kind of have that all sort of worked out. I mean, you had to set yourself some time in your life to sit down and learn all that stuff. You didn't learn that off of records that I played. I mean,
Well, like growing up in Sacramento, it was a big country western town.
yeah.
Back in the day, people used to call it Nashville West, and there was a real strong scene. There was a Saturday morning show, Lloyd Hickey's 40 Grand Jamboree. You remember that?
Wow, yeah.
And
When was this? What year?
Oh, this would have been like late 60s, early 70s.
Really?
Local show on Channel 40 every Saturday. And so there was that
Lloyd
influence, KRAK, crack radio. And then about a year before I moved to Nashville, I got Brent Mason's solo record and really dived into his. So he's the guy that plays on all the records back there. So I knew I had to get some of that in my bag if I was going to survive.
Well, you were kind of like a Guitar Heroes, you could play all that crazy, just like the GIT crazy chops kind of thing. You were the
Right.
guy, Eric Johnson, whatever. You were a guy who was kind of into all that. You could play Steve Morse.
I liked those
Yeah,
guys.
you were
They're
chasing
very
all that.
Inspiring, yeah.
So the move over to like the real fluid picking stuff that moved all around seemed like a natural fit.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like it all.
I mean, dude, yeah, you can play anything. I mean, man, it goes on. It's amazing because we do this. We occasionally have a guest. This is like the guitar. I'm sitting in between two great guitar players. I'm going, well, heck, I could just do a session if I got both of these guys sitting here. I don't need to sit here and overdub guitars and do all that. Just get these guys are right on it. One take. Okay, so now let's do this song perfectly.
All right, we're gonna. This one was recorded for Safe as Milk and wasn't finished in time. We ran out of money and time, so then we resurrected it for the Boat Ashore as a kind of bonus track, and so it's sort of somewhat of a Steve Miller meets Rolling Stones type thing. I don't know where it came from. It's just one of those ones. So
Exile
downplays
on
it so
Market
much.
Street.
I do downplay the
Yeah,
tune.
the song is cool, man.
All right.
It's
I
one of
remember-
my favorites from any artist. It's one of my all-time
It's a
favorites.
classic Mike Rowe.
I love this song.
And I remember sitting there and you guys going, yeah, let's do this thing. And Mike whips out this little 8-track tape player because that's what it was
That's
spinning
right.
on.
We record. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was you cut it on. You rolled the 8-track while we cut the drums to it.
So
That's
crazy.
great, man.
It's so crazy.
Okay, right?
All right.
1, 2, 3, huh.
I got tall trees. I got the wind that blows. I got small knees, but they don't show. So nobody knows.
kept missing that hit. I miss the hit in the chorus every time. It's a thing that you do. I forgot it.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
too many
Love that
chords.
song.
There's too
Cool
many
song,
chords
man.
in there.
Now played right. That thing needs to just really be redempted down to the and really played right, and it's very special.
Yeah.
Needs a
right.
redemp. Redemp.
Redempt.
Wow.
Oh man, this is work here. I'm working.
Yeah,
tonight.
man. Well, you know, it's a band. It's a band effort.
Most of the time, you know, we kind of just sort of schlep through some of these, and it becomes kind of a comedy, sort of a comic event. But when you're playing, it's like I don't want that.
It's
and
all serious.
We have to sing a lot of leads too. You know, we end up, all through it,
right,
and it's
exactly.
like I start to do it, and I go, wait, I'm gonna step on Michael.
No.
I'm stepping on him.
Yeah, it's like this guy can play the lead.
Well, from our phone conversation last night, you know how much I revere this and respect you both. And so I was like, oh man, I'm playing with these guys. I got to bring it.
Oh,
You know, it's a
man.
real concern
Wow.
of mine.
Well, thank you very much. Oh yeah.
Is that good?
So long ago I drew a line for myself in the sand. Time after time I moved that when I crossed it again and again. Here we are back at the same old place, down on the ground on my knees. But I'm still staring you in the face. I know that I've been afraid, and I'm getting jaded more and more every day. Don't really care what anybody says. I ain't getting closer, I'm just running away. How many times in the raging sea you see me going down, you're gonna rescue me? If I turn back to you, bended knee, when you lock my cage, will you set me free?
I've got a debt that I carry around like a weight. It don't relieve me to know that it's already paid. I've been a long, long way from my home. I went the wrong way. Now it seems I'm bound and determined to roll. Roll on, baby. Well, how many times in the burning heat, if I go down in flames, will you rescue me? If I turn back to you on bended knee, will you unlock my cage? Will you set me free? Set me free. Set me free. Free. for letting me sing that song.
I wanted you to because I can concentrate on that hard guitar part, which is your part, which you wrote. Then I had to figure it out.
You're welcome.
But it's a cool...
Yeah, there's like one note in there that's just out there.
I know.
It's just a subtle move.
That's
I
the
like how
money.
you stick
That's
those
the
in
money
there.
right there.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to mention earlier during the boat ashore, there's a chainsaw that occurs. It's either a chainsaw or a ringing phone, but it literally sounds like, like someone's, and it's like you throw that stuff in there, and I'm just going, I don't know why, but it's perfect.
It works.
It's just right.
I got to go back and listen to that. I've been looking for that. I can't find it. I thought I lost
my
it somewhere in
chainsaw?
I was trying to do my yard.
You mean the CD or just all the tracks?
No, I was trying to do my yard the other day. I was looking for that chainsaw.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
want to thank our buddy Chris Harrelson for being with us today.
Yes.
Chris hasn't said much so far. We've been all business here.
Yeah.
Chris?
You know, I've been upstaged by Mr. Gregory. He's
Yes.
really,
He
really
is an
lovely,
upsetter.
and I'm really glad
He's an
to have him
upstager.
here in this.
Yeah, there's just really, it's kind of a kazoo-free zone right now.
Hey,
It's
by
kind
the
of...
way, it is a kazoo-free zone, and it's almost like I'm doing the decathlon, and the one that was formerly mentioned as a different last name or first name, but like decathlon athlete, I feel like that running in between rooms.
Oh, right, okay. The other Bruce.
Yeah, there's that.
The Bruce, formerly known as
Formerly
Bruce.
known as Bruce.
Formerly known as Bruce. So, I mean, that's okay. I mean, do whatever you want. I don't care.
I don't know why. I mean, we
I
were
don't
just.
know why
we
you brought that up.
Yeah, we just wanted you to say hi. Thanks.
Hi.
and have you be recognized
I mean, it's
for
evidence that
your contributions.
you crack the window and the storm blows the whole house over.
Guess I'll be cutting this. I don't know.
All right. Well, look,
Hemingway.
we need your support this week. We've got an extra guy, and so send all your empty billfuls, not a few, to paypal.me/MICRO77S. If you're a Venmo fan owned by PayPal, you're not going to get away from PayPal. At MICRO77S. I keep checking that P.O. box, but there's no checks in it. But if you want to write one, 77S LTD, P.O. Box 1441, Citrus
Grapefruit.
Heights.
And it's just a little bit above where you can get to without a ladder.
California 95611. It blesses our soul, and thank you for your continued support. I don't know what to say.
Musicians and artists are always really uncomfortable at this part, so let me say it for you, since this isn't my gig. But these people who do this at such a level, it's amazing. We get to just enjoy it, and because it's just there, but we don't see all the time, all the blood, sweat, and tears that it takes to make these things happen. And it's a labor of love. It's a joy, but it really takes a lot, and it has value. And anyone that is bringing light into, it's been a darkened time a bit the last 2 years. So the music and repartee that these guys bring, I'm trying not to sound like a PBS pledge drive here, but really, from my heart, please support this. These guys are great.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah,
And
it's
they
really-
do.
It's a blessing, Mike. You're so talented, man. I mean, this, just to have you come over here is just great, man. It's a gift. Thanks, man. Okay, here's
All
something
right.
off of what? This is
this
off
was
of
on
Crows.
the radioactive crow's feet, and we're gonna some Mark Harmon composition. I don't know. I guess. Yeah.
This is a big riff intro.
Every minute, angels come, gonna take away another one I love. Someone in a hurry to get it all done. Put on your wings, here come another one. Look out.
you ever done that
No,
yet?
it's been
Is that
83
the
shows.
first, 83 shows, the first time you hit the cymbal?
Because everybody thought it was a backdrop.
Yeah, right. We've had
Oh, yeah,
several
they think
people
it's a
that
prop.
think it's fake. They think this
I
whole.
think it's green screen.
Yeah, they think that we don't even have
No,
a.
this is a thing.
Yeah, I don't even have a drum set.
It's a lot smaller than you think, folks.
Oh, stop that.
How are we doing on time there?
counterintuitive.
Where are we at?
Tell 'em.
I've got
Lady.
Chris is feeling
Kind
his
of
oats
sticks.
right
It's a little
now.
earworm, isn't it?
I
there?
don't know if we're elated or related.
We are elated.
That we're related.
We are elated
Well,
or related.
I think I'd stick with elated if
I
if we're
I know, but I'm
trying to
saying,
assess our connection.
I don't like it. One of my favorite songs, but I don't like.
Says I know I don't like it.
All right, well, help me make an executive decision.
One more.
We either do this, it's got a jam, we do that, or, you know,
Is that the end of the night right there?
well, yeah, where are we at on time? I really.
Yeah, man, you're over.
we're over. Have we done a whole?
Are we over?
Wow. He wants to go.
Give
home.
him a kazoo. and we'll
Okay, I'll
take
tell
it.
you what.
What do you want to do?
Let's.
We got Gregory here.
Best thing
Oh,
we have.
I'll tell you, man. We're
Ooh,
good.
why don't
We're
you do
definitely.
a solo? Why don't we let him play something?
We should have worked something out earlier.
I know. Well, that's not how we do this show. Yes. I love Lucy and she loves me. Sometimes we fight and then oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, that's just
That's great. I
you're
love it.
It needed the
killing me.
kazoo, and that's what I was missing all these years. And you knew it all.
Oh yeah, but don't. I mean, I know this. Yeah,
Remember
oh,
Jocko
no.
saying
Was that
that when he
Carol
was
Burnett?
a kid, he heard that raised 11 chord, and he said, I have to figure out what that is.
Carol Burnett would be. It's so nice we had this time together.
You know any other
That's not
TV
that song.
themes?
That's da, da, da,
I know a
da,
million
da,
TV
da, da.
themes.
This is like that's Bewitched or
He's gonna do another one.
or I Dream a Genie. Which,
Who wrote it?
oh well.
Oh
Doc
no,
Severinsen
no,
played
no,
it.
no, no, no! It wasn't Barry Manilow.
Mancini?
No, but that's
But
a
it's
good
somebody
guess.
like that.
Oh, Paul Williams.
Another Paul.
Paul.
Anka.
Anka.
Anka wrote it. That's right.
Now you imagine those
thanks,
royalties
Mom.
5
Oh,
days
Lord.
a week for how much, 26
Oh my
years?
gosh.
Thanks,
Oh my
Mom.
gosh.
Put your kids through school.
I think probably put the kids, friends' kids through school.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do we got here?
Well, we
Let's-
have this,
I'm gonna go-
that, or that, and we get out.
Okay. Why not? What you got on top here? Let's do that.
Which one?
This
Oh,
one
that?
right
You
here.
wanna do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll then
we'll get out.
Then go out. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Once again, everybody, thank you so much for being here with us. 83. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
This
this
is-
kind of came up sort of quick. We didn't really
Yeah.
plan to do this.
Yeah.
But,
This.
uh,
I mean, in spite of. I mean, Mike made it.
I've been
Michael made an
asking for
impassioned.
this.
He made an impassioned plea, and I mean, when you're talking about it, you're going, and these guys, and they're what I'm going. "Dad, we just don't advertise that we bring that much preparation to the table, but it is. This thing takes a lot of our life. It's taken over our life.
It's taken over our
Yeah,
life.
we want to do it as a side little thing that we do once a week.
one
or
day
whatever,
a week, just
but it's
an
just
hour a week.
Taking a
It's
life
not
of its
doing
own.
that.
No,
Yeah,
it
it's-
took over
yeah,
my.
yeah.
It took over my entire existence.
Yeah. No, I
It
know.
took over Chris.
No, I know this. I know. We just to do a little thing off the cuff. It takes
Found out
over
what
your
I'm
life.
worth.
It's crazy. Imagine if this were like a really high budgeted thing. It'd be the same thing, only we'd have more time to prepare as the artists. We'd have a crew doing all these other things. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to get Mike his, I don't know, whatever he needs, his hairspray
No,
or
here's
something.
the thing.
It's
We're
always-
doing it the way
it's
the
always me.
pandemic was done. I mean, Kelly Clarkson, Jimmy Fallon, all those people are doing talk shows. They were doing
Yeah.
this way, and
In
they
their
were
house.
using their husbands and wives and their houses. That was it. There was no crew.
But
They
I
got.
don't have a husband.
They got. What do we,
Well,
do we
that's
need
right.
to get you one?
Yeah,
Chris?
we want to announce that Chris is.
I would like her to not.
Yeah.
I'll cut that out.
Okay.
You won't. You won't be. You'll do nothing of the sort. Okay.
All right, we're going down. Okay, here we go. So, here's something from the safe as Milka.
Oh, one of my favorites. Tell us, traveling Mike.
Forget about me and the day we met. Forget all of those foolish dreams we had. One thing to remember, don't forget the one and only good thing that I said was that I love you. And I know you must have loved me too. But the whole thing wasn't right, and now I know that you must go with God, but go. Seems we always had something or someone standing somewhere in between us with a gun, flaunting everything that they achieved, making everything we had go look cheap. Well, it wasn't true, now we know, but for too long we believed that it was so, till it ground us right down to the floor. Now we're gone with God, but gone. Leaving everything I held so dear and warm. I can't hold on to nothing anymore. Oh, I lost my grip one too many times before. Well, it's too late to go back there, no. And it's too cold to sit here in the snow. So it's upward and onward, hidey-ho. Go with God, but go.
We got some colors in the CoRoenosphere tonight.
The CoRoenosphere colors.
In the CoRoenosphere tonight.
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 All right. Well, let's send him home with a prayer, brother.
Yeah, we got to do the hymn show.
Mock show.
So we're going to close with this little ditty from, again, back to the Safe as Milk record. And I've told the story. I was tracking the acoustic guitar and happened to burp before one of the takes. And it was on the guitar track, and Flanagan left it on there. So when I went to sing the vocal, I would hear this burp every time I was about to sing it. You know, you're supposed to get in this mood, right?
Yeah.
And eventually I just said, you know what? I'm going to put the listeners through this because I had to go through it too. Well, my daughter heard it. She was just a little girl, and she calls my answering machine. She goes, Dad, I just heard Till Jesu Comes. You need to get some manners. And she hangs up. Then I take it to the mastering lab to George Horn in Berkeley.
Yeah.
And, you know, George is unflappable. I don't know if you've ever worked with him. But he just, you know, he's just kind of a... And, you know, but once in a while he'll tap his foot. Once in a while he'll actually engage emotionally, you know, in spite of himself. And so we're running down the tunes, getting the EQ, and we're about to put it to the wax. And he turns to me, and he just has this look, and he goes, this is an awful pretty song. Are you sure you want to do this? And I thought about it, and I go, yeah. And I've regretted it ever since.
I cannot wait till Jesus comes. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And when he comes, I'll come undone. I cannot wait to come undone. Jesus told me long ago, life only goes so far, you know. He said to wait for him, and so I sit and wait, but I cannot wait. Never meant to do you no harm. Did you need me to be your right-hand man? Did I mess up the plan? Or did I miss the point of grace? Was for you to have me right in your face. No, I cannot wait till you come. I cannot wait. No, I cannot wait. And when you come, I'll come undone, all undone, all undone.
Dr. Love,
Bruce Spencer,
Michael Gregory.
and Chris Harrelson. Thanks, everybody. Till next week, this is Doc Love. So long.